Alright, what's going on? So it's been a little bit, and normally around this time, I find myself at least thinking about like a year-end list video. I just haven't, like, you know, come up with an order yet, which normally is very loose anyways and would change from day to day. And I'm sure this next one will be no different. I just haven't done it yet, but I'll probably do it pretty soon. At least film it soon, so I can have it up somewhere, you know, in January. So I hope this isn't too loud. Hold on, I turned it down a bit. We're gonna try something a little bit different, and by that I mean pretty much not different at all. I am gonna show a couple more records in this one. I'm gonna show 7 and see how it works. If I like it, I might add another one and do 8 records per video from this point forward. I just have so much shit that I haven't shown, and I'd like to get to, you know, all of it at some point. This is what we're listening to. Shitfucker, Total Fucking Human Disorder. This is basically just a couple Shitfucker demos, which is super cool. Oh, and I also figured, since I have all this shit out still, and I won't have it out for much longer, just because we're going to get a cabinet for our second living room, which we just got our second couch today. So finally, we don't have an empty fucking living room right when you walk in the house. But we're about to get a big cabinet for all our, like, oddity shit. But I still have some of this stuff out, so I figured I'd just kind of show you what I have never shown you before. First off, I got this gal here. This is a beaver. Whether or not it was a fetal beaver or if it was stillborn, I actually don't know. But she's really pretty. She looks like she's smiling. This is kind of a cool one here. This was actually a Christmas present for Kaylee that I got her. It's a human foot, which, you know, came without the dome and shit. I kind of had to glue it to like a dowel and put it in the dome. So this is very, like, fragile, but it looks really nice. This is a sheep heart, which is quite cool. It doesn't fit perfectly in the jar, so it does kind of spin around, but looks nice anyway. I also have this fucking massive horseshoe crab mold, which I think I'm gonna put on a stand. I kind of initially thought to have it in like a shadow box, but I think it'll just be easier to display with a stand. Haven't done it yet, don't really know how I'm gonna do it. I'll figure it out. And finally, this is one of my, like, fucking just prized possessions, man. This is a baby kangaroo. And from what I can gather, from what I learned about kangaroos, this gal was probably like 5 or 6 months old when she died. But if it's a question you have in your mind, I was told that none of these animals were killed to wind up in some douchebag's fucking cabinet. So, yeah, man, fucking gorgeous. All right, sorry for anybody who fucking hated that. We're gonna get into it now. I have 7 records to show you, all over the place, absolutely no theme or anything like that for this one. And we're gonna start off with a big compilation release. And actually, a few of these bands are gonna be bands I've never talked about on this channel before, which is exciting. And this is a band I kind of feel people would probably expect me to really love. And I can kind of go into what it is about this band that's never clicked with me. But this is Summoning with the Demon Tapes. And I guess, like, the subtitle would be Anno Mortui Domini 1959 through 1961. From what I can gather, this demo compilation is unofficial, put out through Burzhnazg Productions. But the quality here is really, really nice, man. Like, triple gatefold, 3 LPs, including the first 3 Summoning demos and like a promo from 1994. But I'll tell you what, man, like, hearing the Summoning demos, more so than I would have guessed, it is not like a smooth gradient into what we know is like contemporary Summoning. A lot of this shit is very, very different than I was expecting from a band like this. And it's kind of interesting because you can totally hear, especially in the vocals, on some of these early songs, that it absolutely is Summoning. But especially on the second demo, some of those songs creep towards like aggressive territory, and you'd never think a band like Summoning would do that if you only ever heard like the more recent full-length albums. And that's pretty much all the stuff on here until you get to the Lugburs demo. Not the full-length album, but the demo under the same name, Lugburs or Lugburs, I don't know. That's where you start to hear sort of something approaching what Summoning became. It's a lot more calm, and the vocals on pretty much all of this are so fucking over the top, like exaggerated wretches. It sounds very, almost silly, but I love it. And as far as Summoning goes, beyond that, I just like, something about this band has never clicked with me the way it probably should have. And I don't know why. I know, you know, some of the bands that sort of like stole Summoning's style, like Caladan Brood, I just feel did it so much better. That Summoning just sort of took the back seat for me, I guess. But that and like the drum machine on some of those albums is just overbearing. I don't like it. But I don't know, man. I'm definitely curious to, you know, just poke my head back into some of those records, because like some of this shit is really, really good, and I want to like Summoning. So, you know, I basically got this because I saw it pop up. I played a couple of songs from, I think the first demo, maybe the second demo, I don't know, one of them, and it just sounded good. And I just bought it because I've always wanted to like this band, but up until, you know, this point, I never really owned anything except for a CD of Old Morning's Dawn, I think. Anyway, there's the album cover right there, very cool. I think this is the cover of the first or second demo or something like that. Back cover, you have all the track listing, and like I said, this is Burrs Nazg Productions. And this is a triple LP. Some more cool photos and shit like that, very nice. And this was available on 3 different variants. I didn't have an option, so I just wound up with black. But there was also white and like some type of like gray, black marbly or something. But it is 3 records, and one of these sides are etched. And it's just the Summoning logo a couple times, quite cool. So yeah, man, it took me a while, but I finally have Summoning in the collection. Like I said, I wanna look back into some of those other like full-length albums, because I probably was just overlooking something the first time around. But an absolutely legendary sort of atmospheric black metal band. If you've never heard it, I don't know, start here, I guess. That's Summoning with the Demon Tapes. Next up, this is the band from Germany, and this band kind of gets a bad rap for being a Black Magic SS ripoff band, but I give it a bit more credit than that. I really like this. This is Assassination with Mental Warfare Commanding Emperor. This is an EP, and I think it came out this year in 2020. Though I'm not certain. This band's chronology of releases is very confusing, because there's so much that comes out so quickly, and some songs end up getting put on shit later on when new releases will come out before those songs are on anything. Shit like that. It makes it hard to keep up. And this band releases a lot of shit in rapid succession. But this is just a 4-track EP here, including a cover song of Bill Skinner's Revenge, which is cool. And if you've never heard of Assassination, it's basically like psychedelic occult rock with like black metal vocals, clean sung choruses and shit like that. Very, very catchy from start to finish on every single Assassination release. It is catchy. If it is nothing else, it is catchy. Yeah, man, I really like it. I have both of the full lengths that have, you know, I ordered one of them almost a year ago for Merchant of Death, but you know, just like everybody else, it's just taken so much longer than it's gotten you right to. And I get that shipping from Europe was suspended for a while, but like, that was like back in September or something. From what I understand, both of them are shipped. The tracking says pre-shipment, so who fucking knows? I'm just gonna wait it out and see what happens, I guess. But I do have Circles Within Circles and Seeds of the Master on the way, I guess. And I did miss the other one. I think it was called Preparing Lucifer's Arrival or something like that. I did miss the LP of that one. I mean, I saw it, I could have grabbed it, I just didn't for some reason. I don't know why. But I love the album cover. It's very, it's actually pretty similar to the Preparing Lucifer's Arrival. Back cover is very cool as well. I like the trippy artwork. All 4 of the tracks. This is put out through Hammerbolt Productions. The vinyl itself is clear with multicolor splatter. That's the side with, you know, the material on it, because this is single-sided. But this side has the number, and I have number 62 out of 199. And besides that, this does include a poster. The poster is ugly. I'll never do anything with it. But, yeah, there you go. Man, this early shitfucker stuff is so different from both of the full-length records. I dig it. But anyway, if you like super catchy, sort of occult, rocky, black metal-y shit, Assassination is fantastic. If I had a favorite song on this one, and the name of the one with the horns is probably it. But the title track is pretty good as well. So check it out if you've never heard it. That's Assassination with Mental Warfare from Ending Emperor.
Thoughts were taken up with the wind in the name of the purest sound.
Alright, here's a record we need to talk about. This is Beharrin with Bardo Exist. So let me walk you through what happened the day I found out that this was coming out. And it's not a long story. I was on Instagram and I think something's telling me that it was Werewolf from Satanic Warmaster who posted it in his story on Instagram. Just like a picture of the like YouTube video or something like that. Just a screenshot. I could be totally wrong, I don't know. But I saw it and immediately I was fucking thrilled. Because it's been 11 years since Ingram came out. And, you know, Beharrin is kind of a band that you never really know what's going to happen next. They could just never release another record. You could get some weird dark ambient shit. You could get a black metal record. You don't know. For some reason, I did not take that into consideration. When I saw Beharrin, I immediately thought, fuck, a new black metal Beharrin record. And I tell you what, man, when I went to the Beharrin Bandcamp, or maybe it was... I don't know, maybe it was the Cult Bandcamp page, I don't know, one or the other. You know, I was just skimming through songs because I played the first song and I thought, all right, maybe this is an intro. And then I just started skipping around, skimming through songs. And when it dawned on me that it was like a dark ambient record, you know, I was, I was pretty fucking sad. Though I have no reason, I knew, you know, I should have known. But, yeah, man, I still grabbed it because I like this style for Beharrin. It's just not as good as the black metal stuff. I would say that this one probably uses vocals a bit more than the other two, like dark ambient electronic records. Maybe not, that's just when I was playing it, that's what it came off. I kept noticing the vocals. And the vocals are like the sort of twisted, like black metal-y sort of vocals, like kind of distorted, very cool. Yeah, man, I like it. And the problem is, unfortunately, there is more times than I can count on this record where it sounds like it's building up for like something to happen and it just doesn't. And it's a bummer, but I don't know, man. I have a soft spot for this band and I like this. Just not as much as the black metal shit, like I said. But anyway, there's the album cover. Am I fucking... Is that the Trumpster? Is that Trump? It kind of fucking looks like him, right? Is Beharrin on the Trump train? I guess we'll never know. There's the back cover right there. Cult Records, like I said. All the track listing, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Some kind of bug or something. Gatefold, Bardo Exist. It is just on black vinyl, and all of the first press copies came with a CD of the record as well. So yeah, I like the electronic beats that are on here, but most of it is kind of like a soundscape approach, which is cool as well. But yeah, man, I totally get if somebody just doesn't like this for Beharrin, I get it. But, you know, every time Nuclear Holocausto goes off on his own, this is what we get. So I dig it. I'm glad Beharrin is still active, whether or not it's black metal. But yeah, man, badass Beharrin Bardo exist. Alright, next up, this is an absolutely classic thrash metal record. This is Dark Angel with Darkness Descends. So, thrash metal for me is I'm very picky about it, which you guys probably know. So, being that I never have really looked too much into thrash metal, this record I've known for a long time. It was kind of more of a question of how much I would actually play it, I guess. But I don't know, man, like I got into a mood a while back where I was listening to a lot of like old school death metal, which sort of led into like me listening to more of the thrash metal stuff. And you know, once I revisited this record again, I just noticed how much I liked it, and it was crazy to me that I didn't own a copy because this has been repressed so many times, and you know, it was just kind of easy to get. But I've been aware of this for years. It's just I didn't own a copy till recently. But since I never really looked into this band beyond just this album, I was fucking like, it blew me away that this wasn't the debut record. Yeah, this is the second album from 1986. I didn't know anything else this band had ever done. But, you know, apparently this band was pretty active in the 80s and 90s before stepping back, and they hadn't released anything since 99, I think it was. But this shit is fucking hot, man. Great, aggressive thrash metal. What I had never done until I owned this record was I'd never read the lyrics before. So the first time I played it, once I had the record, I read along with the lyrics. And man, the lyrics are fucking great. Every one of these songs are very wordy, but the lyrics are clever, they tell a story. It's super fucking good, man. I don't know why the fuck I waited this long to own this record. Because this thing is a fucking staple in thrash metal. And, you know, being that there is, like I said, so many different pressings on so many different labels, I have really absolutely no excuse, and I have, you know, to feel nothing but ashamed for myself at this point. But this is a 2019 Century Media Press. It's just the one that I saw first. Don't remember where I grabbed it. I think it might have been Hell's Headbangers. But yeah, front cover, obviously classic. This is not, I don't think, the original cover. I think the original one was a bit more zoomed out and the logo was off to one of the sides, because you can, in the original cover, you can see those, like the hands better. Back cover is the same fucking tombstone, but there's fire, which is quite cool. All the track listing. Gatefold's quite cool. All the lyrics on this side, including all the fucking band members in front of the tombstone, and then a picture of the whole band there. For some reason, they also included a little sheet with the same picture of the band and the album cover again. I don't really know why, but the version I got is quite nice. It fits nicely with the album cover. Limited to 500 copies. This is like a semi-translucent green color. It's very cool. But yeah, man, this is a great fucking record, and I'm not cluing anybody into Dark Angel right now. I was the last motherfucker on earth to have owned a copy of this thing, which, again, embarrassing. And I guess I probably should look into some of the other records. Something tells me there's a reason that this one is the one you always hear about from Dark Angel. I'm not saying that the others might not be good, but you know, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the best of the bunch. Though it's worth looking into. It's baffling to me that I've never seen, I think there's 2 other full-length albums, maybe 3. I'd never seen one of those album covers before. So somehow, for years, Dark Angel has went fucking right over my head with every release except for this one. I don't know. Badass. I fucking love this record. One of the best thrash metal records, period. That's fucking Dark Angel with Darkness Descends. Alright. We're going off in a different fucking direction for the last three here. This next one is a band from Rhode Island. A band that is no longer around because the founding man, the lead guy in this band, saw it fit to go off and fucking die. Don't know how or why, but you know, this band left behind, I think, 6 full-length albums. And again, it's a discography that I'm pretty largely unfamiliar with, though I have listened to songs from each of the records. None of them hold a candle to this one. This is Brown Bird with Salt for Salt. Oh my god. If you've never heard of Brown Bird, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like bluesy, folky, country-y music with like all sorts of off-the-wall influences. From what I read, a lot of it is like Eastern European influence, as well as like some gypsy music influence. I don't know. But this is the 4th full-length album that came out back in 2011. From what I remember reading, because like I said, I have tried to listen to songs from the other albums, but none of them really caught me like this one did. Not an original thought, but I saw somewhere that somebody had said that their discography in terms of quality is like bell-shaped, which is interesting because I can think of a lot of bands where a bell-shaped sort of trajectory is like a perfect way to describe it. But besides using a bunch of different influences in the music itself is played with a bunch of different instruments. Shit like cellos and banjos, standing bass, shit like that. There's a bunch of members in this band. I don't quite remember how many. At least 6, I think. But the main man is you know, the guy who does the vocals, and I think he also plays fuck, I don't want to guess, but his name was David Lamb, and he's a super talented dude. This record is so overly fun. I cannot imagine somebody listening to this and not absolutely loving it. The lyrics on this are dark and fun with a bunch of interesting themes. My favorite song on here is Blood of Angels, which is pretty clearly about a vampire, which is cool. The vocals are super interesting as well. Just kind of a lot of range, I guess, but you know, for the most part, it's just really fucking cool. There is the guy's wife, I guess, is also in this band, and she sings on a couple songs, including Blood of Angels, but I think the song Shiloh, I think she's the only person to do vocals on that song. So there is some alternation, which is cool. But anyway, there's the album cover, very cool. It's one of those album covers you could look at for a while and just find new shit. There's the back cover, all the track listing. This is a repress of this one because the original press goes for quite a bit of money now. But the repress, from what I was able to find, is sold out. Now it's going for quite a bit as well. So just black vinyl, doesn't come with anything. But this shit is so fucking fun. The song Fingers to the Bone, the song Chair Kickers, Bilgewater is one of the better ones. Blood of Angels, like I said, Come My Way, Thunder and Lightning, Cast No Shadow. Fucking incredible, man. Again, I don't see somebody listening to this and not loving it. So, if you're interested, if my description sounded like dog shit, it probably wasn't a very good one. So just go listen to it yourself. That's Brown Bird with Salt for Salt.
Shake the hands of Holy Ghost, dance along in Ivory Coast. Share your flesh with passing shadows on a bed of broken hopes. Be sure to breathe in deeply every bit of sin that you love.
Fucking hell, man. That shitfucker tape is over with, so I changed it. Now we're listening to Disgorge with Chronic Corpora Infest. Yeah, man, I'm ready for this. Apparently Corpse Gristle is gonna do an LP press as well, which I'm looking forward to. All right, moving on. We got 2 more. This next one is a record from a like experimental slam band, I guess, from New Jersey. And this band is kind of like a one-off, you know, one record and they were gone. So anybody who's pretty familiar with like the brutal death metal shit probably knows what I'm talking about. This is dripping with disintegration of thought patterns during a synthetic mind traveling bliss. Fuck. So like I said, this is kind of a slam band, I guess. From New Jersey, and this band built their entire discography in just a couple years between 2000 and 2002 when this came out. And on one hand, it's a good thing that this band only released one record, because it's always admirable when a band gets in, puts out a fucking banger, and then dips. And the reason that works especially well for Dripping here is because this band's sound, as far as I can tell, has never really been duplicated. This thing is fucking brutal. And it's also one of the best in terms of like slow, slammy moments. Cause man, when it slows down and gets groovy, it is fucking unbelievable. And the vocals being so fucking deep and gurgly, it's something special, man. And all that on top of like these weird samples just woven into the music from start to finish. This is the only record this band did, like I said, and it's only like 18 minutes long or something like that. So they got in and got out, but what they left behind is fucking white hot. So this has only been pressed one time on vinyl. It actually just got a cassette press as well. So I actually bought the cassette and somebody messaged me and was like, oh man, I'm stuck between, you know, should I buy the cassette or the LP? And I'm like, fucking LP, what? And he said it had happened a while ago, and it did, because this is a 2014 press of this, but it was still in stock at Gutter Christ. They probably still have copies, but man, you need this one. This one's fucking great, dude. If you like brutal death metal or like slam metal or whatever, this shit is fantastic. Obviously an alternate cover from the original album cover. There's the back cover right there with all the track listing. Like I said, Gutter Christ, Useless Christ Records is who actually did the vinyl press of this. And this guy here, I guess they dedicated the vinyl release to that guy. I guess he died. How sad. But again, no insert or anything like that. It's just black vinyl. Limited to 400 copies with an extra 100 copies being pressed on green vinyl. Which is quite fitting. So yeah, man, I'm gonna find a slow groovy part to use the little song clip, because it's just so fucking good. Check it out if you've never heard it. That's Dripping with Disintegration of Thought Patterns During a Synthetic Mind Traveling Bliss. Alright, I got one more for you, and this one is also very different from everything we've talked about so far. This is Slasher Dave with The Horrors of Hell House. So this went up for pre-order a little while back, probably back in October, maybe earlier, but I think it was October. And you know, this was the first time the Horrors of Hell House EP had been put to vinyl, because back in 2019 when it actually came out, it was a digital only release. You know, when Bellyache put it up for pre-order, I just went and bought one. Because I'm very fond of Slasher Dave's like soundtracky shit. And that's exactly what this is. This would fit perfectly into like a campy 80s horror movie. But aside from the Horrors of Hell House EP, which is a 5-track EP, it also includes 4 like one-off singles, and those are the songs that steal this for me. The Creaking Door, A Pumpkin's Tale, No Return, and Black Magic. Yeah, dude, all 4 of those songs are undeniably badass. The album cover is fucking awesome as well. Super, super nice. All copies do come signed by Slasher Dave, which is cool. There's the back cover right there. All the track listing for the Horrors of Hell House, and then the individual singles that are on side B. Put out through Bellyache Records, like I said. And you had the option to get either orange or yellow vinyl. I went with the orange vinyl. They were limited to 150 copies each. But this also includes the deed to the Hell House, Devil May Care Realty, and they're also slightly burnt, which is really cool as well. And it also includes matchbooks, which there was 3 of them. I have one of them in here, but I have the other 2, and they look like that. Slasher Dave Horrors of Hell House with like a jack-o'-lantern face on the other side. Very cool. I love it, man. I love the details. I love the little extra bullshit that this includes. It's just very cool. And you know, Bellyache puts out quality shit anyway. But Slasher Dave, fucking incredible, super versatile artist, musician, all of it, man. I dig it. You never heard it, check it out. That's the Horrors of Hell House. And that's it, man. Fucking, I feel like this one went nicely. 7 records, not bad. I also showed some dead shit at the beginning. Sorry about that, by the way. But yeah, that's it. So if this worked nicely in your opinion, let me know, and you know, I'll do 7 again. Maybe I'll bump it up to 8 next time. We'll see how long this is once I trim it down. But yeah, hopefully you think it went well. I'll try and make something out of it and get it posted in the next couple days so I can get that 2020 list bullshit going. But yeah, man, until then, stay tuned and we'll talk soon. Later.